Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different from my other content. For today's video, we are going to be doing a checklist for English teachers or ESL teachers that are heading to China from today onwards. It's currently December 2022 up to the 8th of December and past the 8th of December, because yesterday there was an official announcement that updates the rules for traveling, so I will cover everything. By the way, this video is a checklist for someone who is literally about to go, so you can maybe watch this video 1 or 2 weeks before you go, or if you're like about to go now, you can definitely check it out. But this video is not for like the beginner. It's not for the person who's still like wondering, what is a TEFL, where can I do a TEFL, if I'm studying A, B, and C, do I qualify for this? This is not that type of video, I'm sorry. But if you want me to do a video covering things like that, or costs, timelines, or anything pertaining to the journey, please let me know in the comment section below and I'll make sure to cover that. Okay, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start off with the documents that you need to have with you. I'm going to proceed to the codes and then general things that you need to do. The documents you need to have with you is your degree, your police clearance, and your TEFL certificate. They must have gone through all the processes, including DIRCO and authentication at the Chinese embassy. So those 3 documents. And then you need your health check. Remember, your health check has your small photo at the top corner with the stamp of the doctor or the hospital. Your health check and your passport with your Z visa, your work visa in the passport. These are the 5 documents, right? Oh, and also you can just carry your PCR test that you would have done 48 hours before traveling. So with regards to the PCR test, it must be done 48 hours before departure time of your flight. You need the PCR test in order to apply for your green code, which is also known as HDC, which is the health declaration code. I will put a link in the description box below for the green code application. So you either press the link or you scan the code, depending on what I'm going to do. For the green code, you need to have your PCR test. It must be a negative test from one of the labs stated on the embassy website. The last time I checked, it was Lancet, Pathcare, and Empath. I will try and put a link to that as well, but a lot of people say Lancet is a bit quicker. I personally think that, but that's just my opinion. So you need your PCR test for applying for the HDC, for applying for your green code. HDC green code is like the same thing. Your PCR test, you need your itinerary in the form of an e-ticket. Some people put a table that they created on Word with the dates, the flight number, and all of the itinerary details. And then you need a picture of your passport info page, a picture of your visa page, and I think that's it. So all of these things, you must have a picture of it. So even your PCR results, you must take a screenshot of that. Your e-ticket, you must take a screenshot of that, because it's not a PDF format, it's in the format of an image, right? And you can just log on to the HDC. In the meantime, create your password so that you create your account, and just go through everything so that by the time you have your PCR results out, you know what to expect. Just a tip, when you're creating your password for the green code, make it as simple as possible. I know it says 8 to 20 characters, but choose a letter. For example, if you choose J, use a capital J, a small letter J, and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or a capital letter A, small letter A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make it nice and simple. So once you create your account, you can create your account anytime, and then when you get your PCR results, you go back and you fill it out and wait for the green code. The green code usually takes about 6 hours. It varies from person to person. Some people say it took 5 minutes, some people say it took 1 hour, some people say it took 3 hours or the entire 6 hours. So you need to calculate accordingly. So maybe if your flight leaves at 6 p.m., you can do it at 1 lunchtime, 1 p.m. I was trying to think 1 a.m., 1 p.m. 1 p.m. so that you account for that 6 hours. If you happen to do it, let's say at 3 p.m. and your flight is at 6 p.m., it's fine, because you might actually just get it. And if something goes wrong, whether you do it too late or you do it on time and it's delaying, it's okay. I will link the email in the description box below that you can contact to help you out with literally anything. This is the Chinese embassy email, one of the emails, I think. and they will help you out. Like if you think you're running out of time and your green code is not coming in on time, send them an email. Even if it's a weekend, just send the email so that they can help you. But don't send the email like 5 minutes before your flight or 10 minutes before your flight, because most of the time you can feel when something is not going well. So if you send it like a few hours before your flight, yeah, you are definitely good to go. And what else? So you need your green code, right? And you also need your black code. The black code, I will link it in the description box below as well. The black code is very simple. There's no attachments. The black code situation, okay, the black code, right? If it expires, it's okay, because for example, if you have a layover or something, you can do it during the layover. Most airports have free Wi-Fi, or you can actually do it upon arrival in China, because there will be free Wi-Fi, and it takes a few minutes. You can just quickly do it wherever they need it. You can do it literally within 2 minutes and the black code will be generated. And then now I'm going to discuss like general things that you need to just make sure you've got covered before you go. Number one, you need to, I would advise, this is not compulsory, I would advise that when you get to the airport, you cover your luggage with the plastics. It's a service provided at the airport. At OR Tambo, it's 100 Rand per suitcase. If you have those hard plastic cover suitcases, you don't need to worry about this. But if you've got the fabric or material suitcases, I would advise you do it, because as it stands now, during the COVID rules, when you get to quarantine, they do spray your suitcase with sanitizer. It varies from place to place. Some places they spray just a normal amount. Some places spray a lot of sanitizer to the point that it can seep through your actual suitcase. So that's just a point of advice. If you travel after the 8th of January, I think you will be fine. And then that's number one. Number two, get a VPN. Get a VPN before you leave South Africa, okay? Because there's nothing like arriving at the airport in China and trying to tell your friends or your family that you've arrived safely, and just not being able to, because all you can access is the Wi-Fi and all you can access is WeChat. You can't access like your WhatsApp and things like that. Get your VPN. And by the way, if maybe you forget, you can still get your VPN in China, but it's just easier to get it that side than getting it here. That's my opinion again. Number three, activate your roaming, because in case something goes wrong, you never know. Yes, there's free Wi-Fi in a lot of places, but just activate your roaming as a backup. Number four is have a translating app. Download a translating app. Yes, on WeChat it allows you to translate, but that's mainly messages back and forth. I've seen people translate VNs via WeChat. Oh, you can translate VNs via WeChat, but I also feel like it's a thing whereby you are chatting to somebody and translating to somebody within a group. So just get a translator so that you can log into the translator and do translations quickly, because guys, people are not always patient. So if you get an opportunity to have a quicker option, rather take that. And also with your banks, notify your banks. In South Africa, your guys, actually everywhere in the world, I feel like it depends on who you find, who your consultant is. Because some consultants, you tell them you're traveling and they'll be like, okay, no, it's fine, don't worry, your card has Visa, your card has MasterCard. Just insist that they make a note that you will be traveling out of the country, you'll be traveling to China, because a lot of them say that it's between India or Indonesia, whereby you really need to notify them and they need to do something so that your things are not blocked or whatever. But just insist that they make a note regardless what bank you are. Some banks you would want to change your notification from the SMS system or the app system to an email. Like, you know, when you do a transaction and you get an SMS for it, or when it needs an authentication confirmation, when it needs a transaction confirmation, and sometimes they are in-app confirmations, you might consider wanting to change it to an email confirmation. Because let's say if something happens to your phone, you lose your SIM card, or roaming becomes difficult, because roaming is expensive, so you might want to consider that. But speak to the consultant at the bank. And also you might want to consider getting RMBs. That's the obviously cash currency used in China, yuan or RMBs. It's not really necessary, because with your Visa or MasterCard you can swipe this side, but I don't know. For me, I felt like that was an easier option. You decide what you want to do. And what else? I think I wrote it down. Yeah, especially if you don't have Alipay, because here a lot of people use Alipay for your Alipay. Because here a lot of people use Alipay for most transactions. And then lastly, if you are traveling after the 8th of January, because yesterday they made an announcement saying from the 8th of January, there are going to be a few changes. The main change being that they won't be quarantine for international arrivals. Yeah, those people are so lucky. They won't be quarantined for international arrivals. And the thing of the green code HTC will be a thing of the past. So the checklist remains the same. It's just that you don't have to worry about the green code. And I don't even think I mentioned quarantine, but most people know that currently you have to quarantine when you arrive in China. So yeah, so it does make it a bit easier, and also it means that the flight tickets will be much cheaper. Guys, there are people paying 80,000 rand for a flight ticket, 50,000 rand, 40,000 rand for a flight ticket. So after the 8th of January, you are blessed. Let me tell you, you are so blessed. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching and staying tuned in on this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Bye.